Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Field Street and are ready for kickoff. Little gets the blood boiling, like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bearcats will put total leather and we'll get started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Memphis picking up the tempo.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
Lets it fly. He holds it in and nobody's close. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked up. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Memphis.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go downfield. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Line gets set, first down. The give to the tailback. Smashes through. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the...
Oh, there's the ball! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very...
Afterburners coming. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Bearcats want to pick up the tempo.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They'll give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Offense, quick tempo. Anderson with the carry. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle was made. Pick up a 5 and a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and 4. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Looking to throw, it's Noble. He's going for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, going to the air. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tiger! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to North Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Anderson with the carry. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to fire deep. Makes the catch on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And the Bearcats look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw, feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls in.
From the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Looking to pass, it's Sorsby. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end before it's re-schemed. You might want to start thinking about double teaming him with a tight end, maybe using running back on some chips. Try to give your quarterback more time.
On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back
first down marker there, but they'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
They decided to go for it. Decided to be aggressive. Try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Memphis wants to move quickly. He'll try it again. At midfield, he's got room. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. He's off to the races. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be. They know where to run.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they will score! Touchdown, Memphis! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The offense lining up for a first down play. Give to the running back. Got room at the 35. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can. Gonna take a shot. He's got it on a diving catch along the left side. Memphis picking up the tempo. This quarterback part of their running game. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Noble. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Good, solid tackle.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Memphis! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll try the run. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to the toss. Halfway just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half.
And he's running in the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
As a defense, when you're trying to stop the run, it's really as simple as just doing your job. You have to have gap integrity up front. DBs need to come downhill and fill. The defense wasn't able to get it done.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
You see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250, 275 pounds. They get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Trying to pick up the first, down to the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Memphis wants to move quickly. Trying to impose their will with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Back to throw, it's Noble. Going deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Tiger. And the stomping has commenced. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll give it to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Anderson with the carry. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's still running after the move. Open runway ahead. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Memphis picking up the tempo. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game is...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, they have been great on fourth down. A perfect 3 for 3. They'll try it again here.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Slams it ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And how about this offense? A big situation on fourth and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Using his feet. Still on his feet at the 35. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air. It's Noble. using the quick game. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Tigers are in the hurry up.
A lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this year. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the score.
Memphis getting set to snap it on first and 10. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And here comes the offense on second down. Pressure coming. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's complete.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
A design run for the quarterback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And the D deny them on second and goal. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is he didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Touchdown, Memphis! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel up their 4th straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Running to the left. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Here's the handoff. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Crosses the 35. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 30. The 10. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide out in motion. On fourth down, looking to pass. On the move, he fires. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day ever happened.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this league is ballooned like it has.
You got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The defense was asking for that penalty immediately, and they got it. Offensive pass interference waves off the first down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Finds a crease at the 20. He's loose. He's piled up 87 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
The run from the shotgun. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.